When we think of wealthy women, we think of stars like Rihanna, Beyonce, or J-Lo, right? Well, the world's richest women, who are all billionaires, prefer to stay out of the spotlight. In fact, until I did my research, I didn't even know who most of them were. Keep watching to find out. Number 10. Abigail Johnson. We joke about having daddy issues, but Abigail Johnson probably has the opposite, whatever that is. In 2014, she took over Fidelity Investments, a company that was worth $1 billion and was run by her father, Edward C. Johnson. Abigail's grandfather created the firm in 1946, and it has been in the family ever since. What is her life like? She went to some of the best private schools and had a great childhood. She got a Bachelor of Arts degree in art history in 1984 because, if you're rich, you can study things like that without having to worry about how you're going to make money in the future. After a few years, she got an MBA from Harvard Business School. But that's enough about that. Look at her property. I think I'd get lost in this Milton, Massachusetts mansion. Today, Abigail is in charge of 45,000 employees all over the world. She doesn't like being in the spotlight though. Since she took over the company, many people think of her as making smart and brave decisions. Her special skills helped the company win back many clients it had lost. Because of her success and strong personality, Forbes named her as one of the most powerful women in the world. Her work is only one part of her life though. She has a lovely family, including a husband named Christopher J. McCown, who runs a company that gives information about healthcare, and 2 lovely daughters. You go, girl. Number 9. Iris Fontbona. This 80-year-old billionaire is from Chile, which is a beautiful country in Latin America. She is interested in mining, owns a media company, and gives money to good causes. She is the richest person in Chile, which is a given. She's also the 3rd richest person in all of Latin America. The first 2 are from Mexico. Their names are Carlos Slim Helu and German Larea Mota Velasco. I'm sure you want to know where she got all that money, so to put it simply, her husband was very rich. Andronico Luxic Abaroa died of cancer in 2005, leaving his sons and wife most of his business, Antofagasta. Antofagasta is a group that works to mine copper. It's one of the largest mining companies in the world. This very wealthy family has all of these things, and they haven't wasted any time expanding their wealth into other fields like banking, shipping, food and drinks, telecommunications, and farming. Iris Fontbona has 3 main homes, a mansion in her home country, Chile, that I think is as big as a mega mall, and 2 others in Belgravia and Liechtenstein. She also runs a resort in Croatia. Fontbona doesn't really want to be the center of attention. She usually turns down interview requests. Number 8. Miriam Adelson. You guessed it. Glitz, glam, slots, luck, and chance. Our next billionaire woman, Miriam, made her money in casinos, but before that, she was a doctor in Israel, where she was born. She got married to Ariel Oakshorn, who was also a doctor. They later got a divorce, which was a huge break for her. In 1991, she went on a blind date with Sheldon Adelson. It turned out to be the best blind date ever because he was the billionaire owner of Sands in Las Vegas. He also owned almost half of the casinos in the city that is known as the casino capital of the world. They got married after they fell in love. Miriam and Sheldon were big fans of Donald Trump, and in fact, they gave him the most money. They gave a lot of money to both of his campaigns for president. Miriam is also to have said that Trump should have his own book in the Bible because he helps Israel. Sheldon died in 2021, and Miriam did inherit his huge fortune, along with the casino stuff and the Trump campaigns. Miriam is also the editor-in-chief of Israel Hayom, a Hebrew newspaper for Israeli citizens. Number 7. Suzanne Clatton. Suzanne Clatton wouldn't be wrong if she said, "Ich bin reich, baby." That's German for "I am rich." The richest woman in Germany is Clatton nee Suzanne Quandt. She went to school for business finance and marketing when she was younger. IMD Business School also gave her an IMBA. Clatton did not start her own business though. When her father died, she got a big part of his money. That included his 50% stake in Altona, a company that makes drugs and chemicals. Like many other billionaires, they had a 12.5% stake in the car giant BMW. She runs a number of other businesses, and she now has shares in a number of other profitable businesses. In 1990, Suzanne met Jan Clanton, who is now her ex-husband. They went on to have 3 kids. In 2007, she was part of a sort of scandal. Helix Garvey, a Swiss scumbag who was in a relationship with her, threatened to get photos of them together out to the public. Even though he was arrested after she filed the complaint, he was still able to scam her out of 7 million euros, if she didn't pay him 49 million euros. Suzanne and her husband broke up in 2018. No one knows why. I guess the affair had something to do with it though. Number 6. Gina Reinhardt. Reinhardt is the head of the mining company Hancock Prospecting, which her father, Lang Hancock, started. But her story is a little different than most because the company she inherited was bankrupt when she got it. Reinhardt worked very hard to change the company, which is now Australia's largest private company. She got rich and was able to put her money into other things. She even bought some places to raise cattle. Her life is not without problems though. Greg Milton was the man she married first. John and Bianca were their children, but their marriage didn't last very long. She later married Frank Reinhardt, a lawyer and executive who worked for a company. Reinhardt had 2 more kids named Gina and Hope. Her relationship with the children from her first marriage has been rocky, and most of it has to do with inheritance and position in the business. I was surprised to find out that she didn't go to either of their weddings, and it's clear that she loves her younger daughters a lot more. Number 5. Jacqueline Mars. Have you ever wondered who owns most of the best candy in the world? I'm talking about candy bars like Snickers, Twix, M&M's, Milky Way, and Mars bars. Meet Jacqueline Mars, who makes the most candy in the world. Frank C. Mars, her grandfather, was the founder of Mars Candy Company. Like most billionaire women, she's been married more than once and has 3 kids. But don't expect to find out much about her because her family is very private and doesn't like to talk about themselves. This company owned major pet food brands like Whiskas, Pedigree, and Royal Canine, in addition to candy. The house where Jacqueline lived in New Jersey has been put up for sale for $2 million, and she also has homes in Virginia and Washington. Now, it gets a bit dark. She is said to have hit a minivan with her Porsche in 2013 when she fell asleep while driving. This led to 2 deaths and many injuries. I guess that's just how life is. Number 4. Mackenzie Scott. Scott became the 4th richest woman in the world and the richest woman in the United States after her split with Jeff Bezos, the founder and CEO of Amazon. She seems to have come from a simple background. Her dad was a financial planner and her mom took care of the house. She married Bezos in 1993 and she was one of the first people to work for Amazon. She was very important in the beginning, but she stepped back when it started to do well. They had 4 kids and one of them was a daughter they got from China. She has always loved to write, which is why she went to Princeton University, where many famous novelists went to school to get a degree in English. Toni Morrison said that she was one of her best students. In 2006, The Testing of Luther Albright, her first book, won the American Book Award. Scott tries to put her money to good use by giving to charity and doing other acts of philanthropy. In 2020, she gave about $5.8 billion to charity, which was one of the largest amounts given to working charities by an individual in a single year. Number 3. Julia Koch. Wow was my first thought. She doesn't look at all like she's 60, I thought. Then I remembered that money can make everything better. Koch went to the University of Central Arkansas and got a degree. After that, she worked as a model. She loved fashion, which may have come from the fact that her parents owned a clothing store. She was a fashion designer for a while, and she even helped Nancy Reagan try on clothes. She met the man who would make her a billionaire in the future in 1991. What's funny is that she went on a blind date with David Koch and did not like him at all. This was not a case of falling in love at first sight. She decided to give him another chance, and in 1993, they started dating seriously. She quit her jobs, married David in 1996, and it's now August 2019, when her dear husband died. Julia and their 3 children got 42% of the business. Julia has 3 homes right now, but she plans to sell the one at 740 Park Avenue. You want to buy it? Number 2. Alice Walton. Sam Walton, who started Walmart, is the father of Alice Walton. She was born in Arkansas, where she also lived for most of her childhood. She got a bachelor's degree in economics and started working as an equity analyst and money manager. In 1988, she started a business called Llama Company, which is an investment bank. She also made a difference in other jobs. She helped make things like Northwest Arkansas Regional Airport happen. I think it's safe to say that Walton worked hard and didn't just sit around and wait for her inheritance. The Crystal Bridges Museum of American Art in Bentonville, Arkansas was built with her help because she loves art. Walton has also been in a number of car crashes. In 1989, she killed a 50-year-old by accident. Number 1. Francois Bettencourt Myers. And the richest woman in the world is Francois Bettencourt Myers. Our world's love of beauty and cosmetics has given her a lot of money. Eugene Schuler, her grandfather, started L'Oreal, and Liliane Bettencourt, her mother, was a French heiress, socialite, and businesswoman who owned a lot of shares in the company. She died in 2017, which made Francois' wealth triple. She was brought up in a strict Catholic family. She married a Jewish man, and the 2 boys they had were raised as Jews. The strange thing about this story is that Francois's grandfather was put on trial for working with the Nazis, but her Jewish husband was actually the grandson of a rabbi who had been killed in Auschwitz. Interesting, huh? Francoise cares so much about her faith that she has written several commentaries on the Bible. In 2019, after the fire at Notre Dame, she gave $226 million to help fix it. So, who among them surprised you the most? Can you tell us why her? Leave us a comment below. If you liked and enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. For more insightful videos, get notified by clicking the bell button below. From the high-end stories of today, this has been Modern Luxury. As always, we look forward to seeing you again in one of our videos. Thanks for watching.